for feature local variable, then yzp added var in lambda expression. The benefit is now that we can add annotation to the lambda parameter. See this example, the same thing. Okay. uh, it Okay, so nested based access control. So this is something to understand this feature. It's not that tricky, but a little bit tricky. Unfortunately, I don't have Java 8 installed on my machine. Okay, because this has been in or Java 9 or Java 10 on my machine, so I can't show you before and after. But I'll show you from one of the example from the web also how the class was used to look after the compilation previously and how it looks now. Okay, but just to understand, it supports private access within the nested member directly, no more via auto-generated bridge method. Furthermore, new nested APIs for validation allowed private reflection access within nest member. So the key thing to understand here, in Java we can have subclasses, right? We can have subclasses, and in every subclasses we can have a public member and then private member also. Okay, so for the inner classes basically, um, we can directly access the the main class private member. Let's say in this case we have a string name, we can directly use the inner class, directly use. Okay, uh, but with normal Java it will work. It was working before, it's working now. Okay, so what Java used to do to provide this private access to the new class, it used to provide a bridge method. It's called a bridge method, an auto generated bridge method. User or normal developer doesn't have to do anything, it was automatically created. JVM used to create. Okay, so that bridge method was there. Okay, but there was an issue. If you are using reflection, unfortunately you will not able to call this particular method, because it has um, um, something as in private variable. Okay, so it was basically failing in that case. Okay, so if we compile the above class, it will generate two classes, my class and my class, uh, and new class. Even the nested class is typically class with the unique name. The JVM rule will not allow private access within the same different classes. However, Java allowed private access within the nested member. So Java compilers create a bridge method access $000 to apply on JVM access rule. Clear? Okay. So in Java, we will generate any again same thing that I discussed. New nest classes APIs. What are these? Get nest home, a host, get nest member, is nested off, is nest mate off. Okay, so nest host, nest member, and nest mate. What is this? Will cover. Okay, so let me create a class and create basically a package which says nested. Let's create a class. It's said nested example. I'm again saying I won't be able to explain you uh, without before and after, but yeah. Okay, let's okay, not go to the main thing, but yeah, let's create public static class inner. Let's call nested example, but this is outer class basically, and this inner class. So I'm okay. Let create. Let me change or rename it so that you will understand better. Rename it to outer class, and this is my inner class. Okay, and here we have, let's say, inner A, public static inner A, and public static inner b. Okay, and here we have, let's say, as a private method, private void print name. Okay, sorry, yeah, which is basically s out. Let me create private string string. Let me call it. Okay, sorry, static. Okay, so so this is something to get the example of this one. It's again, this is private method. Okay, and let's say if I create object of inner b, it was not possible before, now it's possible. This is little tricky, not too much tricky, but if you have used reflection before, it would be much easy for you. Okay, so what we call basically inner b dot class, what was that, dot get declared method. Yeah, so get declared method, we have print name as a method in this class, and that's basically private, I'm trying to access. Okay, and how do we call it? M dot invoke. Sorry. Okay, uh, not here. M dot. Mhm. Sorry, I'm directly calling here. Should be some, this is some internal method. It's directly writing it. So sorry, I thought it's okay. Okay, whatever exception it will throw, it will throw at case. Okay, and then we invoke. And what is the object? It's inner way. Okay, there's one more exception to be catch or handle. Okay, no such method exception, invocation target exception. So we have two classes, two inner classes, one outer class, two inner class. Okay, so now let's run this one. Let's run this one and says inner a equals to inner a dot print name. I'll run. Okay, and there's nothing is there. Yeah, it's working. Previously it will not work. With this reflection it will not work. Why I'm saying it basically creates, if I have to, then just a second, let me try if I can. Java C outer dot Java. Okay, basically come back. See, you can see class. uh, Unfortunately it's Java 15, and you cannot see that bridge method. Okay, but if you have Java 8 installed on it, and if you try with Java 8, you will see definitely for sure. bridge method. Okay, so yeah, that's pretty much it. It still creates three different classes. Okay, uh, yeah, so that's it. That's basically nested base access control class. If See, Java allows classes and interfaces to be nested with each other, right? These nested types have unrestricted access to each other, including private field, method, or the constructor also. So, and this feature, basically this JP 181, I think, yeah, 181. So, nested base access control supports private access within the nested members directly, no more via auto-generated bridge. Okay. So now there were one more thing that was about the new API. Sorry. Yeah. Get nest host, nest member, and is nest mate of. Okay. So let's say let's say in this main. Okay. What I'll do? Uh, oh here, main method. Okay. Sorry. This one will work. Yeah, probably will work. Or let me comment out this one. That when I'll commit, you will understand both of the thing. Okay, let's say outer dot class dot is nest mate of API. Sorry, API, I'm saying outer dot inner a dot class nest mate of. So true. What is saying basically, this is outer class and this is inner class. If I'll say, let's say example war, false, because it's not nested member of this outer class. So is nested of is basically just check whether this is the inner class or not. Okay, and there's another method which is basically get nest host. So if there's an inner class, what is the host, what is the outer class? If you want to check, then let's say this inner class is there, right? So how we will with the reflection and all, how we'll check basically outer dot it's a with although by writing outer itself is clear that, but yeah, if you have to check, then inner a dot class, it's funny, but it's something that they added. Okay, there might be some different specific case which I am not aware, but yeah, as host is car and outer class I am using triple because uh, is nest host. It should be true. Yeah, if I'll say is, let's say, example dot class, then this one will be false. Okay, yeah, clear. Now the third thing, which is get nest member. Okay, so let's say this is outer class is there, outer class dot inner a dot class get nest nest member. And so let me use it in this stream. Okay, says basically arrays dot stream, anything we can pass. Okay, now uh, let's say for each, a class dot get name. Okay, now let's run. We'll get all the nest member of the outer class, which is sorry, which line? That was outer. What has been removed? Okay, so now you can see. Okay, let me run it. Outer, inner A, inner B. So these are the three APIs which has been available from Java 11 onwards. So